DreAllDay.com.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning, North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, Antarctica, the North Pole, the South Pole, everybody. This is Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Now, we get into these jumping programs. You know, there's a lot of programs out there. People don't know what choice to make, which one's better than which. A lot of people ask me, I can't really tell you. So what I did was go and get in touch with the guy that created one of these jumping programs, because I know y'all can talk to me, but it'd be better if you could talk directly to the guy that created the program. This guy created the jump manual. Y'all know the jump manual. A lot of people ask me about it. What's better between this one and that one? Did you use it? How many inches did you gain? Is it hard? Do you need equipment? Will it mess up my knees? Listen, Jacob Hiller is the guy that created this program, and Jacob is here on video, that is. He is going to come on right after me, and he's going to give you some information from his own mouth, from his own knowledge. He is going to respond to any questions that you have, which you will leave down here in the comments. If you want a link to check out the jump manual, that's also right down there in the video description, right under this video. Click on that link. It'll take you right to the site. Listen to what Jacob has to say. Ask him all your questions down here in the comments, and he's going to come back with another video to answer your questions. So you're going to get all the information you need. All your questions will be answered right here. DreAllDay.com. Work on your game. Listen to Jacob.
What's up, Dre All Day people? I've been a fan of Dre for a long time, been a subscriber to the channel, so I've always kept up and admired his work ethic and the volume of training that he provides for free. Goodness, so much good stuff, so many videos. We recently touched base and said a lot of you guys had questions about how to jump higher, and obviously working on your speed, your quickness, your physical prowess can be an asset to your game. So I just wanted to jump right into it and start answering some questions that it looked like you guys had. And then if you guys have more questions about what I say, other unrelated questions, just post them below and I will answer them in other videos. Now, first of all, I know there's a lot of programs out there. And I'm going to give you a few keys to assessing a program and setting up your own exercise program so you can get the fastest possible results. So there's so much information out there, so many people talking from different channels, different forums. How can you make the right decision, and how can you start training correctly? Well, it's all about understanding the science and understanding the principles. That way you don't have to trust me, you don't have to trust anybody else, because you understand on your own what is going to get you results. So first of all, let me talk to you about a very common misconception. A lot of people jump into vertical jump training. They get into vertical jump training, and what happens is they think more is better. And so there's a lot of programs out there that have hundreds of repetitions or even thousands of repetitions. So they have you doing so much exercise. I mean, you're feeling the burn, you're getting into it, and you think to yourself, I've got to be getting results. But the truth is you got to understand that too much volume of exercise sacrifices the intensity of the exercise. So it's the same thing as a distance runner versus a sprinter. If you're looking to sprint as fast as you can for the 100-meter, you don't want to run a mile or 2 miles or 3 miles, because you're training your endurance. Vertical jump training is not about training your endurance, it's about training your explosion, your explosive ability. So any exercises you're doing, you need to be doing them to your maximum capacity. And if you're doing them below that at a bunch of repetitions, for example, you can jump, let's say you can jump 36 inches right now, and you do all your training down here at 24 inches, all you're training yourself to do is jump 24 inches over and over and over again. You're training your jumping endurance. So just like a distance runner, like we said, you don't want to be a distance runner, you want to be a sprinter for these occasions. So you need to keep your repetitions very low and your intensity very high. If you're doing a program that is telling you to do hundreds of repetitions, or even 20, 30, 40 repetitions, you're probably not getting the best results you could get. When I train my athletes, we keep most of our exercises under 10 repetitions because we're training them to be explosive as possible and not just to train their endurance. So the other thing is, when you get a program, you need to make sure you're targeting your prime movers. So there's certain muscles that are involved in your vertical jump. Those being your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, your shoulders, and your core. So those muscles are going to be your prime targets for increasing your vertical leap. Those are the muscles that propel you upwards. So the first thing is to make sure you're targeting the right muscles. So your exercise choice is going to be targeting those muscles, but it's not just what you do, it's how you do it. So every squat is not created equal. Every certain exercise is not created equal. And if you don't have a serious strength component in your vertical jump training program, then you're going to be extremely limited in how high you're able to train your vertical. If you do not have a serious strength component, maybe you can get 2, 4, 6 inches, and then your gains are going to kind of plateau off. Gravity is weighing down upon your body, and if you don't have strength to overcome that gravity, then you don't even need to think about quickness because your body's already too heavy. For example, if I put a heavy backpack on you, you're going to jump a lot lower. Well, right now, your body is heavier than what your legs can handle. So the stronger you get, the lighter you will feel, and the faster and more lighter on your feet you will naturally be. So strength enables you to use your quickness. So you need a major strength component, and you need a major quickness component. So strength plus quickness makes you explosive. You have the strength to overcome your own body weight, and you have the quickness to do so very explosively. And the last kind of major thing that you need to have involved in your program is a form component. Jumping is a skill. It requires repetition to master it to be able to use the power, the strength, the quickness you already have. So there needs to be a major component of technique, jumping technique. Lastly, I just want to mention that when you train in the gym, you train hard, you break down your muscles, and you're ready to get your gains. Well, really, those gains don't happen until you go home, you get proper nutrition, and you recover. So if you're lacking recovery or lacking nutrition, you might be breaking down your muscles, but you're not going to be building them back up. So having a major nutrition and recovery component is absolutely essential to realizing the gains that you initiate in the gym. So anyways, we've gone over kind of a global overview of how to assess programs. So if you're looking at programs, make sure that these ideas are contained in those programs. And if you can do that, you're going to make sure that you are on the right path. And I know this is kind of general information, so why don't you post your questions below. If you have specific questions, we can get to very specific answers, and I'll give you guys other videos. So, as usual guys, train your game. Work on your game. So, thanks to Dre for having me on here, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
And as he comes back to your right, you just reach the ball right over his head and finish the shot.